This is how I created the AI music video for my song Second Wind with Flova AI. I will show you how I created the keyframes, animated them and put them together in DaVinci Resolve. So the process of making an AI video can be split into 3 parts. First, creating the keyframes to build up a storyboard that is like a cartoon version of your story. Second, then you animate each frame to create a bunch of short clips. Third, and finally you put them together in a video editor to tell that story. On top of that, you can have a secondary timeline that is very common in music videos. The first timeline is telling a story related to the song. The second timeline is typically scenes about the artist or the band performing the song. In this example, I have 3 timelines. In the third one, I have a lady dancing. And then the final music video is alternating these clips on the timeline. Now let's start by creating the keyframes for the story. I will be using Flova AI, that is a new, easy to use AI video generator, and they were kind enough to give me some free credits for this. If you want to follow along, click the link in the description to get free credits and start creating your own music video. I started a new project in Flova, and the first thing to create is the main character for the music video. I wanted to make myself as an agent in the Arctic, and I called this character the Ghost. If you can guess which secret agent movie was my inspiration, write your answer in the comments. So I uploaded my reference picture to Flova and gave the instructions to generate a character portrait. This is a really important step, and we're doing this to help the AI keep the character consistent. More about that later. In the first keyframe, I want to establish the location, the wide shot, like seen from a drone. So we are in a restricted military base in the Arctic. And then I want to show the drone flying over the base. The style is not exactly what I was thinking, but it'll do. After this, it's time to introduce our hero, and here I put Ghost to run on an ice ridge. Next I wanted to create a scene where Ghost uses a zip line to get to the base. However, we run into a common problem. The AI is already messing up the look. Ghost is wearing a balaclava in this scene that breaks the consistency. And the wire is going sideways while the base can be seen in the background. AI very commonly makes these mistakes. So you need patience and better prompting to generate keyframes that make sense. So I try again, and this one is not much better either, because the direction of the wire doesn't make any sense. How to fix this? Here's the first pro tip. Find a reference photo from Google that has the right angle. Upload that photo to your AI and tell it to generate the keyframe in the same pose and camera angle. Now, this frame I can use. The balaclava is covering my head again, but as the camera is shooting me from behind, it's not too disruptive. Next, I need a scene where Ghost is breaking in, so I give a prompt to show him using a blowtorch. If you look at the details, does this frame make sense? Not fully, but as long as the keyframe is moving the story forward, we can use that. Otherwise, it's gonna take too much time. Once inside, I want to create a shot where Ghost is moving inside a tunnel. However, AI messes that up again, because this is not what I wanted. So I give a better prompt. No balaclava, Ghost has a pistol and is moving cautiously. And he should have a tactical belt, like in the previous generation. And now we got something we can use. And if you're using your own face and worry about not looking 100% like you, no one cares. Only you and your mother know exactly how you look. So let it go. People don't care as long as there is a clear resemblance. In the next scene, I want to show Ghost hiding from the mercenaries who are guarding the compound. However, it looks like Ghost doesn't really have great coverage skills. So I need to give a better prompt again. So Ghost has to be behind a corner and the patrolling mercs are passing by. And now we got this beautiful frame that makes much more sense. However, again, there's a small problem. The pistol had a silencer in the last frame. So let's edit the keyframe to add that. Now, this is the process to generate the keyframes for the music video. You have a vision what each scene should look like. And you feed that information to the AI agent to generate you an image and reiterate until you get something that makes sense. One thing you will notice when you do this is that generating images like this takes a while, like 1 or 2 minutes. So it's a good idea to have a Gemini or ChatGPT on another tab where you can use AI as your music video production assistant to help you develop the story and the scenes. And here's one possible problem you might run into. If the image quality is not what you want, make sure that you're using one of the top models. Currently, my favorite is Nano Banana Pro that I used for this video. One thing I like about this process inside Flova is that it's not simply a prompt field for an image generator or video generator, but an agent who takes your prompt and then improves it to its best understanding to then give the final prompt to the image generator or the video generator to create what you actually wanted. This means you don't need to specify everything in every single prompt, like make it photorealistic, 4K cinematic, high quality, don't make it look artificial or digital art and so on. This AI agent does all that for you. And obviously there's always hiccups, but working this way saves you time. And it also understands where the keyframes belong in the timeline. So the list has a logical order, even if you generate additional keyframes afterwards. And once you have all the keyframes done, you're ready for the next phase, animating the keyframes. Well done, you survived the first part of the tutorial. Let's bring these scenes alive. To animate them all, I can simply tell the agent to do that, and it will start generating the clips. This will take about 10 minutes, so I can do something else in the meanwhile, and then come back to check the results. I'll check all the clips and see if there's something I need to fix. And these are generated with Seedance 1.5. Most of them are okay, but for example, the bass did not blow up, so I had to recreate that clip. However, it first created a keyframe where the explosion has already begun, so I had to ask it to try again, and AI messed it up again. Sometimes you need to be persistent to get what you want. So finally I got the right keyframe animated, but the animation was all wonky. So finally we get this version. Not perfect, but okay. After this point I created the keyframes and animated the clips for the last scene, where a drone is chasing the helicopter and Kinka, the green sidekick, shoots it down with a bazooka. Writing the prompts for the animation is basically the same as generating the images, the keyframes. You simply tell the agent who does what. For example, Kinka jumps down to grab a bazooka and the camera follows the action. One common thing that you will have to deal with all the time is character consistency, or consistency in general. Your main character, any other vehicle, vessel, prop can change into something else at any moment. For example, it was challenging to get Kinka to look the same from one scene to another. At some point, the image generator made him look like a monkey and so on.
Do you have something against monkeys?
So when that happens, and this is the second pro tip, when AI loses consistency, add your best reference image again to the chat and ask AI to generate it again. And to save time, you can specify what went wrong, like my sidekick is not a monkey. Once I finished creating this main story, then I generated the second timeline where I have the woman dancing. Ironically, Seedance is not very good at dance. Many of the clips had problems with the anatomy, as you can see here. To fix this, I changed to Hailuo 2.3 that for some reason can handle dancing movements much better. However, my opinion is that overall Seedance generates higher quality clips. But when it comes to dance and complex body movements, Hailuo is much better. And once these clips were ready, I created the final clips, me playing the Fender Jaguar guitar and singing. For the lip syncing parts, I first used Grok Animate because that's what I usually do. But then I tested how Flova handles it, and the Seedance 1.5 with audio actually worked really well. If you have any questions about animating these clips, ask in the comments. And if you're wondering how many clips I used in the music video, my project folder has 70 clips. That's for a 3-minute song, so on average you need about 23 clips per minute. Now the next step is to put these clips together to create the final music video. I'm using DaVinci Resolve for this, but you can use any video editor as we only need the basic functions. First thing is to bring the audio file on the timeline and lock it so I don't accidentally move it or overwrite it. And then I simply plop all the main story clips on the timeline to see how much material I have and place them approximately in the chronological order. This makes it easier to see what extra scenes and B-roll clips you might need. And here comes the third pro tip. When you are in this final editing phase, you can speed up the process by having Flova open on multiple tabs in your browser. Like here, I realized I needed more clips for the main story and for the women dancing. So I was jumping from one tab to another to generate more keyframes and clips simultaneously. And then I bring them over to DaVinci Resolve and keep filling those gaps until the whole song is covered. That's basically it. One thing to be aware is that models like Nano Banana have all kinds of limitations and restrictions regarding the content. So don't get too explicit with your female models or guns and violence, or it will simply refuse to generate any image. For example, Nano Banana Pro started to choke up on some of the scenes where I had my model simply walking. I guess it's too hot to handle. So be persistent. Just try with another prompt until you get it right. Currently, the best way to circumvent these parental controls is to have a powerful PC with a monster GPU graphics card with a lot of memory. Then you can generate the images and videos locally on your computer without any censorship. When I make enough money with these videos, then I'm gonna build my own AI PC for that. Creative freedom. But for now, let's stick with the cloud. Back to the topic. 2 more tips for creating these music videos. Using multiple camera angles. Instead of simple middle of the frame shots, have also high angle, low angle, off axis, over the shoulder, wide shot, and close-ups to make the video more dynamic. When you animate the clips, add instructions for the camera movement. You can move it up, down, back, forward, zoom in, zoom out, turn to a Dutch angle, dolly zoom, and rotate around the character and so on. These little tricks make your videos much more visually entertaining than simple static shots. Now back to editing. One thing you will notice is that some clips only work partially. For example, this zipline clip does not make much sense. But when you clip it like this, you have something that looks good. So use the good bits and add a clip of something else to mask the imperfections and continue. And one thing I accepted in this process is just have fun. The scenes don't need to look perfect. It makes it more exciting to watch when you notice stuff that looks funny. These tools are not anywhere near perfect yet, so it's better to have that comedic mindset when creating these videos. Finally, when you have all the pieces together and you're happy to render the video, make sure you have the right loudness setting selected from the audio tab, select YouTube, and then on the render tab, pick the YouTube preset, this works most of the time, and select normalize audio, add the render queue, and render. Watch your clip once and see if everything looks and sounds fine, and then it's time to upload the video to YouTube. And okay, I'm not going to lie. Be prepared to spend 2 or 3 evenings working on this, because it's not a fast process if you want to create something that looks good and makes sense. And for the thumbnail, you can use one of the keyframes or ask an agent to generate one. Now, I hope this was clear enough to follow. And if you want my personal help to do this, you'll find a link in the description to book a call with me so I can help you do this stuff too. And if you want to give a try to Flova AI, click on the first link. And if you want to see the final music video, you can click here to watch that. And if you want to watch another tutorial how to make music videos with AI, you can watch the one below it. See you in the next one.
It's okay, buddy. We are just a glitch in the system.